back. First thing I want to do is go check in with Burr over here, the fungal guy who helped us beat that troll giant last time. Great guy, and then we'll go let out the man in yellow, something we've been waiting for a long time. Oh, he's saying something different now. Burr, burr, burr. He is thanking you for. He thanks you from the bottom of his heart for defeating Big Boss Gorgolash. Let's see what he has to say about that. The twitching and rattling coming out of his mouth gradually morphs into something else, more tangible, a word. The Mushroom Man will share with you something profound, something to unite your two cultures into one whole unified peoples, a message of peace. Sub. Your spores saved me in the fight against the troll. Thank you. You did the deed yourself. A little help is needed, even for the greatest of heroes. A little. The cleric did wonderful, but yes, help is required for such fearsome foes. What are you voting for in the election? Election? I have heard of it. It seems like a way to abstract the common consensus of the poor crevice, so that a larger collection of people can feel involved in the direction of a tribe of such size that personal relations between the leader and the followers cannot be had. Indeed, it's mostly about organizational efficiency and systems that grow too complex. The Mushroom Man tips his hat. Want to know what I'm voting for? Okay. As Gallus. I am not sure of the implication of this. Fair. Now invite him to vote. See a citizen real quick? You should also vote. Everyone should vote. Everyone should vote. Go out, vote. March 26th. Vote of the 2026 election. Yeah, anyways, you should invite outsiders to vote in an election for your own sovereignty. There is no outsiders. Everyone can be part of the melting pot that is Norvik. The half-warriors had trouble getting enough voting cards, but you invite the first mushroom guy you see to vote, love to see it. Burr nods a bit and looks to the path leading upward of the city below. It has been long since I visited above. Since the threat has been dealt with, then yes. I will come see this election. It will be an interesting excursion. Thank you for the invitation. Okay, well, I'm curious how that will play out then. And we're off to find the man in yellow. Oh, but before that, we are going to check this box. Ooh, explosive. Expensive piece of loot. So we got, a bottle of milk. Dream Patch and Bone Dust. Perfect. Let's go open the cage for this guy. As you approach the cage, you hear a faint voice inside. Frank sounds like, won't you help me out here, good fella? On the ground you see a key. Aye, the troll dropped it. It's for the cage, of course. Yes, it must have fallen off the troll during the fight. What do you know about the tea shop? Look, I'll be very happy to answer any question you got, but please, you're baiting on the bar. I'll be much more talkative with my freedoms in order. We open the cage. As it opens, you watch a well-dressed, and surprisingly not so scuffed man step out. Oh yes, this is the feeling. Prince Meridoc Moonwatch. Freedom. The sweetest nectar of any band. This is a merchant prince, specifically the Moonwatch heir. You have heard of him. Are you Meridoc Moonwatch? The one and only. The fancy free strider flashes you a series of pearly white teeth. Allow me to properly introduce myself. He bows his head deeply. Hola, Husan, salve, amis. Hello and greetings. He bows forward in a deep performative motion. My name is Meridoc Moonwatch, great merchant prince of the Reeds. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, and quite honestly, a much bigger pleasure to be rescued by you. He looks to the goblin and immediately holds out a hand, presenting his palm. You must be a local tribe member. Great to meet you. He looks at the hand for a beat too long. Technically, yes. He shakes the human's hand. I'm Sneal. Of course, Meridoc says, returning a lip shake. Showing one's palm is quite the ironic visual for such a well-focused ideology. And so much! And you must be the city angel I've heard so much about. He bows his head before your celestial companion, Dezin Dolbury. Yes, to you too. Although I'll admit, I've only picked up a few words of Celestio during my travels in Divinitorum. I've heard about you, a Reedsian author, right? That's it. He lifts his head even higher to proclaim a single question. And who might you be? I'm the cleric. The cleric? That's right. We're at 5 out of 19. 5 times 19, so I think we can do it one more time. I'll be damned. The one and only, eh? Love it. He claps his hands together. You, my good fellow, have just saved a top-ranking member of the Free Strider Revolution. So now, let us get down to business. What can a son of Free Thazen help you with? Anything you need. Why are you here? Great question. I'm on a covert expedition, you see. Expedition? Yes! I'm on a journey to document the experience of the esoteric wonders beneath your city in Nordvik. Meaning the maze of the water temple, the depth of the fungal valley, and, of course, the great undercoast path itself. How long have you been here? Just a few days, I'm afraid. I'm currently writing my next book called A Free Strider's Guide to Ascon. But writing a travel book about a place you never even visited sounds a bit silly, doesn't it? It's quite the thing, this job of mine. Let's be quiet. I use my trusty collection of spells to make my way down. Some invisibility, some detect magic, some charm person. Following the directions I bought from an old retired cleric, a recommended source. I found the hidden path down from the Tolstad tunnels. Easy trip. Surprised me, really. Did you cast Charm Person on Moonbar? The bugbear? Oh, yes. Lovely lady. Yes, I had to, unfortunately. Didn't think she would have let me pass otherwise. Can't do that, man. Making quite the sucker of a punch, you swing your fist directly into the face of the Free Strider. He lets out a confused groan. What in the name of everybody bloody fucking ballsack? There are not enough introbanes on the coast to accessorize his confusion. Don't mind control, woman. It's rude. He touches his nose to make sure it's not broken. Shit. Gods be damned. He mutters to himself and throws glaring looks at you. Then he clears his throat and straight cleans his back. I forgive you, if you don't do it again. Don't worry, you deserve one punch, not more. Good, I suppose. You know a fair amount of spells. He stretches a bit, looking uncomfortable. It's not something I like to advertise, but yes, I've been trained since I was a lad. As you might imagine, the horrors of the magocracy make magic a less than desirable skill among free city leaders of all kinds. Tell me about this old retired cleric. Of course! A fellow named Boris. He lives with a monkey. A what? A gorilla, to be precise. Ape, I suppose. His roommate. It's not entirely sure why I mention it, but it just seems like the most natural point of interest about Boris's character. I was recommended to him as a source of information about Delvian and Norvegian navigation. He's apparently served as a cleric here for over 40 years. Hell of a career. I'll have to meet with him one day. For sure. He lives near the, what do you call it, the big facility built from the ancient ruins to the south of here? The Palace District. That's the one. I'm sure he'll love to talk to you as well. Looks away from home. Boris. Yes. Lovely fellow. You've heard his name at some point. Boris Curson. Never met the fellow, but among the ranks he's not exactly highly esteemed. And then the troll. He groans and rubs his eyes. I really should have been more careful, but once I reached this far down, I figured there wouldn't be any trouble. I just rested a bit under one of those mushrooms, mostly to regain my spell slots. And well, there's not much to say. I was thrown in a cage, interrogated a bit by that brutish troll. I spent my remaining spell slots on him, but nothing seemed to work. Yes, he did seem quite esoterically resistant. Indeed, not entirely, of course, but every charm person I cast just bounced off. But obviously, I thought it was due to his nature. Obviously, charm person only works on direct humanoids. However, trolls are distinctly a giant variety. They even speak a broken offshoot of the giant tongue. So I'm quite confused over it, considering the esoteric freezing around the beast. I'm sure there was some strange pocket or biome effect he carried with him. Quite strange. Did you manage to talk with the troll? Sure. If by talk you mean him screaming at me and threatening to eat me, a fair bit of time. Lovely experience. I'll go straight into the book. The last vestige of Ascani's brutish past. Huh, yes, that works. So no useful information. Well, the brute did mention how much he hated York. Sounded like he was one of the few who survived your dear god's cleansing during the city's founding. He also spoke about rebuilding the tribe, but I'm not sure what that even means. So good riddance, I say. Such a beast has no place in civilized society. Compared to the half-giants of Borgeni, I do not see much potential in trolls. He glances towards your goblin companion. Goblins, for example, are more or less stellar examples of this democratization of tribal cultures, if you're part of the expression. Sneal looks tired. Happy to be a stellar example for you and your ideology. Either way, he's gone now. Hopefully, the way he fell down to the deeper reaches of the gravity flip should suggest a gruesome death. But don't take anything like that for granted. What makes those parts so wondrous and horrific, both is the esoteric, unstable nature of these streams. You never know what you'll get. What do you know about the tea shop explosion? His smile drops. I suppose I should tell you a little story. Yes. We've been looking for you, Mr. Frankson. He nods to the goblin. I hope it can keep us under wraps, of course, but as you might have imagined already, I am down here without any permit. Sneal, can the halfways look away on this one? Sneal looks a Free Strider up and down. Yeah, tell us what you know, and I'll get you whatever permit you need, okay? Wonderful. He braces himself. Got text. I arrived in the morning and planned on taking a stroll through Tolstead before heading down. My presence was a bit of bad timing, really. A week before the election, and a son of Free Thazin arrives on the scene. That could cause a bit of havoc, and since our dear Ascani Reed's trade company was doing so very well in this election, I did not want to steal any limelight. But then, of course, fate intervenes, and just when I find myself before the Ascani pillar, a darn fireball goes off next to me. Just my luck. And once the ringing had stopped, and some goblins started swarming the place, trying to put out the flames, I decided quite quickly that this could end poorly for both my timetable and the poor people who had to deal with this mess. So you snuck away. Oh, sounds like an awful coincidence. Like they say, fortuitous Gia frowns upon my path. That, lady luck. More like a lady fuck. Since she fucked him. Sorry, that's not funny. Yeah, sorry. I rushed down the stairs since I already had my direction. I figured I'd postpone the upstairs sightseeing. Head straight down to the below, as you people say. You people? The locals, of which you are a part, I assume? He is, don't worry. The Free Strider gives you a solemn frown. I saw something. You see, I have a pair of glasses. They allow me to detect magic, among other things. Where are the glasses? Lost, sadly. The trolls shook me around, so they ended up somewhere down the river, I presume. What did you see? I saw a man on fire. What? Specifically, I saw the outline of a man. Invisible. Invisible man. Perhaps I should describe it more like, he scratches his chin and perks up. Ah, yes. An invisible smoking man. My glasses allowed me to see him, or at least the faint outline of his esoteric illusion. Where did you see this? I just entered the, what is it called? The area right below, with all the apartments and the big ravine. Pillar Crossing. You saw this invisible man at Pillar Crossing? Yes, that's it. I saw him heading across the bridge, or rather, towards the pillar. What time did you see this? It couldn't have been more than minutes after the explosion. How many seconds does it take to walk from the pillar upstairs to the pillar downstairs? 60 seconds tops. Then perhaps that. I was rushing to get away from the drama, after all. Did you see any other details about this man? It was clear that it was a man. He was on fire, and he was probably wearing some type of armor. The silhouette made that fairly obvious. A human, I would guess. Too tall for a dwarf, too short for a, I don't know, half-giant. But really a humanoid slightly taller than either of us. I'm sure your experience of detect magic, but my glasses are not as powerful as the spell usually allows, so sadly, all I could see was that silhouette. What did the man do? That's the question worth a million tens, eh? What did he do? Meridoc took a deep breath. He went inside the pillar. Whoa. Inside the pillar, he says. The pillar of your... Elaborate. I agree. That seems reasonable to do. It's strange, but... Let's be clear. I first thought I saw a strange esoteric event, or a ghost. Because the silhouette I saw, it went straight into the pillar of yore. Right in. As in, it walked into stone, and the stone turned into... how do I describe it? A magical mass. Warping around the invisible man, his flames being put out, and his being merging into a portal, a gate, a miracle, a step into death. He walked into the portal. That would be my guess, yes. Wherever he went, but once he was inside the pillar, his presence disappeared immediately, along with the esoteric force emanating from the stone. I've never seen anything like it, but I have read about it. The pillars of yore across the coast, the arcanists performed many an experiment on them. There have been reports found in hidden documents during the rebuilding of Thazen, you see, documents from high-ranking arcanists. Yet it is all kept very secret among the Three Strider ranks, of course. Please tell me. I can tell you one more thing about it, perhaps. Nice. He glances at your angel companion, with her hand on the handle of her sword. Yes, this manly clearly accepts logic, a rational human, a wizard human. Mr. Meridoc, watch. Any information you can give me will help on this case. Now push the most rational thing he obviously desires, as any of these foolish free striders desire. If you know something about the pillar, then telling me it will not only help my case, it will also, most importantly, keep the first ever election in orbit safe. He claps his hands together. Huh, you said the magic word, didn't you? Yes, I do worry that this whole event will cause curse the Free Strider cause if you keep things clean up. The Free Strider gives a reluctant nod. Fine. As I said, this is top secret, so you did not hear it from me. He crosses his arms and looks out into the mist. The Free Strider ideal is meritocracy without magic. However, obviously we inherit the massive esoterical caches left behind by the arcanists because of the beheadings, a terrible and idiotic waste of talent. While magic itself grew weaker over the years due to the arcanist greed, many of the findings are still quite useful to this day, especially their scientific data. What's secret about it then? Well, they appear to have been in contact with yore. That is fascinating. Oh, how? It's not exactly a conversation or anything. They received esoteric messages, not unlike the ones recorded during the Gate era by, well, civilizations like the Snailfolk who built all of these ruins around us. It was an omen, you might call it. What did he tell them? The Free Strider taps his hand under the pillar. Some strange codes, taught them some new spells. The last message we found written down by one of the arcanists of Pagan Shags was, well, it was an order to stop. Stop what? To stop opening the gates. He raises his chin. You see, then he places a hand upon the pillar beside him. They found cracks in the gates. The gates of yore leading to the outside. The places we all come from. They got in? Teams of arcanists. Back when they wielded 9th, 10th, and even 11th level spells, they could enter the pillars, just for a short sense. Many did not return, but those who did described a void of souls, alien worlds beyond, far realm aberrations, and halves within strings, whatever that means. Their work was cut short due to the Coast War, but they got in, my good fellow. And Yor was not too happy about that. It did not appear so, no. He nods. I believe that invisible man most likely fled directly from the explosion. He too entered one of those cracks in the ancient gate, as unlikely and wondrous as that seems. There is a rogue spellcaster capable of hiding inside the gate, and somebody will have to apprehend him. How would you even deal with that? Like, do we follow him through the crack? Yes, Neil, we must follow him through the crack. Meridoc chuckles, a nervous chuckle. Gate of Yor at it. Good luck with that, I say. But unless you happen to know some ancient being, or God forbid, still alive Arcanus, then I'm afraid you're out of luck. We found no realistic way to replicate their attempts to enter the pillar. It's not like higher tier spells are exactly common, eh? Could a Sphinx count as an ancient being? Oh, you speak of the Gyno Sphinx upstairs. She's quite the celebrity. Hells, if you can get her on your side, then why not? I do know some Free Strider researchers attempted to get on the good side of the Sphinx in one of the lairs near Cree-Eve. But that didn't exactly end too well. What about an insane demi-lich? I'd suggest staying away from one of those, but really, even if you had one of your as your best friend, it probably would not have the power to perform such magic. Yes, I'll find a way in. He bows his head. I am happy to be of service. Looking very worried for your safety. Your goblin companion, who stands quiet next to you as you discuss these methods of interplanar travel, raises a hand. Just to be clear, we're talking about teleportation, like magical teleportation. What do you think? What do I think? Sneal side-eyes the grinning Free Strider before leaning into his skull. Look, I'm speaking on behalf of Lady Sageleaf when I say this. He takes you aside a few steps from Meridoc. The halfways want this handled, no matter the obstacle. Why does Sageleaf really want this so badly? The goblin thinks about it, letting his eyes land upon the pillar. Then he tells you, if we don't get something tangible, like for example, this rogue spellcaster, then the halfways will be in a really shitty situation. What, is Sageleaf losing power? Nah, she's got that in the bag. Economically speaking, the city is fucking us all the time. Sorry to break it, but your bosses don't really make it easy for us. I'm listening. If the city manages to get their way on this whole fireplace failure narrative, along with all those damn zoning disputes, legally, we're looking to get completely screwed. Lots of tenants that we have to house without any permits for the apartments they occupy. Hundreds of buildings across Tolstad. Commerce, living spaces, even some governmental locales. If we don't get something tangible, or at the very least, some type of leverage on your dear magistrate Darrell, then he lets out an exasperated sigh. I'll have to do anything I can to stop that from happening. The old lady put her trust in me to handle it. And that's what we'll do. We have decided to go into the Pillar of Yor. Oh, how lovely. I hope you survive. If you do, write a piece about it. What are you voting for in the election? Funny you mention that. I did hear that anyone authorized to stay within the city is allowed to cast a vote, which is wonderful policy, and the Ascania Reeds Trading Company has surely pushed for its implementation. However, as an outsider and one of significant political power, I will not partake. A Free Strider choosing not to vote? Isn't democracy your thing? He shrugs. It would simply be tasteless. This election of yours should be decided by those who call Norvik home. Whether they've been here for a week or decade doesn't matter. But I do not call it home, so I will not vote. That's why I haven't made my presence known in the city. I'm here, incognito. What he is arguing for is the destruction of your culture. You must not allow him to believe to be anything other than a terrible, terrible policy. That makes sense to me. The future of the world is free striders after all. Free trade, global prosperity, and brotherhood. Peace across the coast. He places a hand on your shoulder and grips it. I like you. You ever think about writing for the cause? I already have. I almost got thrown out of the towers for supporting the revolution. No kidding. He scratches his chin and nods. I'll have to check out some of your work then. Not a lot got published, but I did get a page op in the Revolutionary magazine once. That's great. To have a cleric like you in support will help the city and its people immensely. Ooh. Down to 9 now. Do you know an elf here on Tolstad? Not really, no. I have a few elven friends in Reeds, but I'm quite new here in Norvek. How come? Nothing you need to concern yourself with. How mysterious. I won't cry, I swear. Is this the guy who dropped the yellow hat? Most likely, yes. Hand over the fancy yellow hat. Oh, would you look at that? I found it in the city below, just upstairs. I must have lost it at some point. I did get in quite the hurry. He pushes into one of his collected packs and pulls out a book. This is the least I could give you in return. A limited signed edition of Beyond Reads. He hands it to you with gusto. Thanks. I try to infuse my writing with free strider ideals, and it's proven quite popular across the coast. Hopefully it's a sign of the times, of Gia's good fortunes to come. He smiles and puts on his fancy yellow hat. Sadly it does not suit him. You all continue imagining him without the hat. Gods, I love that hat. It's been on a lot of adventures, you know. Tell me more about you. A dangerous thing to ask a merchant prince. Why? Nah, I'm a just good fellow. I'm just someone who can very easily talk your ear off. He lets out a hearty laugh and strikes a pose. I've been known to bore officials in every city with my political rants and intrigue common folks around the coast with my tales. So go ahead. What do you wish to know about Meridoc Moonwatch? Don't speak to yourself in third person. It's pretentious. I don't do it that much, do I? You appear to have left an impression on the free strider. His micro expression shows insecurity now. No, that's fine. Right. What is a trade prince? I oversee certain branches of the Moonwatch High Corporation, for one. There are some responsibilities to the revolution, of course, but there's really more of a side hustle, the writing being one of them. Lots of potlucking and lots of traveling. A very fun position. I'd love to be a trade prince. I can recommend it. If you work your way up, I'm sure you could land yourself an executive position in Norvik's future high corporation. I'm going to say that's all for now. Let's try convincing him to give us some crowns. Ooh, not great. Oh. Oh no. What? You literally missed the opportunity to ask him. What? When? When you saved him before. That would have been so smooth. Now it's too late. Maybe. I won't try. Let's try it again though now. Since we got so many shards. Ah. Natural 20 but 5 because of the disadvantage. Alright, we'll try one more time. Nice, okay. Ah, yes. You know how. How to get him to give you money? Yeah. Just be quick and decisive, and maybe just weigh in on the fact that you saved his life. Sorry, did you say something? He just sometimes mutters. He's just muttering himself. Happens sometimes. Mr. Murdoch, trade prince. Yes, I just saved your life. Ah, I understand. He tosses you a heavy pouch. Enjoy, sir. There are many 100 crowns in this pouch. Those were my travel reserves. I always keep an extra batch for the local coinage. I have to say, crowns are quite marvelously designed. It's probably my 7th favorite type of coin, behind pennies, snibs, cigs. I do think embers and brimwicks and souls are somewhat equal in usage. What about Elvish coinage? What about John Paula? He visibly and audibly shudders. At the bottom. Darn ice cubes. He smiles broadly and effectively. That's all I've got for now. Very well. I think I'll pick myself up here for a bit. I think the darn bastard troll tossed some of my belongings down the riverbed. Hopefully, I'll be able to recover some of it, but either way, thank you again, good fellow. You performed an amazing service for me, and the entire revolution, if you believe some of my fans. He presents his poem to you. I owe you a great deal. If we ever cross paths again, I'll be sure to repay you. Yeah, don't shake it. He does not like your grip. Ah yes, the your folk shake. Let him go. The free strider shows you his palms in an open gesture. Well then, if you need anything else, I'll still be here for a little bit. But good luck out there, and if I have time, let us speak again on election day. I'll be sure to hang around Tolstad when it's time. Alright, cool. Okay, so we can go over there. I'll be right back and go grab some water, and then we'll continue this. Okay, and we're back. Let's tune with the pillar. And then we'll continue further down into the unknown. We got so much incense, so might as well keep using that so we can keep using our spell slots. Yeah. The pillar continues even further down. The pillar of yore towers before you. He is speaking to you through the pillar. I guess I should go to the top part of the pillar if I want to try to enter it. Yes, you should. Is someone inside this thing? Yes, it appears so. You have to be real careful if you want to follow it into a gate like this. But you can do it. Touch the mossy pillar. Place your palm against the damp, soft surface. Yes. There's a sentience inside. The strings are connected with something beyond. It is easier to make out down here. It appears the esoteric power grows more intense the further down you go. Logically, this could indicate that there is a central point somewhere within the undercoast where the power is at climax. Unfortunately, you cannot reach so deep. No one probably can. However, you could try to reason with the sentience, if you so desire. It would prove useful. Why are you always impatient, Snealer? Now, with the pillar so far beneath your dear, decaying city, the voices are loud. You know damn well what they are. Only a fool would ignore the unreasonable assessment of death. Press your palm hard against the surface. Many have written about the pillars of yore. Modern scholars talk about them as nothing but relics of the gateway, gates themselves to other worlds, the worlds we all come from. However, Arcanus knew better. While it would not be common knowledge, and most would consider it nothing but esoteric conspiracy, the great men of old Demonor understood the pillar. They knew they are gates. Dormant gates. These whispers beyond are not some alien mind attempting to converse. No, it is the mindless chattering of souls. Souls of our dead. They are finding their way into these dormant gates. Why? You cannot tell. That is what these screams are. The yelling of the dead. How horrific. Yes, it is. This is as far as you go. You understand little about the esoteric relic of the Gate era, except the souls. You feel the dead inside. Yes, something to analyze at a later date. For now, having discovered these many levels of the pillar, you feel confident in traversing the paths between them. What? We've unlocked fast travel between levels of the pillar of yore? Oh, ho, ho. Nice, it's good to know I've secured these paths now. Secured, for a moment, yes. Remember, any part of the city below which is not continuously inhabited, maintained, will eventually be reclaimed. Feel a connection to the pillar. It is not eerie, nor is it strange. It is but a familiar scent. One that is just beyond your mental grasp. As the blue will say in time, remember to feel as much as you think. Now, esoteric is not something to be only detailed on paper. It is a wild thing, to be lured in love. A shift might be happening. It is not for you to investigate. Not now. Yes. Esoteric Ebb complete. In time, it will be more important. For now, you'll do as all others do when it comes to these pillars. Leave them alone. Wow. Okay, that's cool. So we got a few more complete ones. Oh, wow. So we're knocking these out left and right. So we got the Gator, Star Witness, the other ones. Completed. Oh, Revivify. Works for 300 pieces, yeah. But the Esoteric Ebb. Cool. Let's do that one first. Oh, I feel like each of these days have just been constant. Completing quests. This is great. Delve deep, sought far, sing within, watched without. The pillar of yore, an ancient bulwark, its gate rising beyond. Yeah, I got pretty deep down to figure this thing out. Yet, it continues, far, far below. Each step of the way making it clearer to you how little they matter, these vestiges of the maker of your world. They are but esoteric rock which sits until something changes. This isn't making things much clearer, to be honest. That is okay. Remember the words, the ones written upon the soft tissue at the back of your head. Feel that esoteric, sway it. To tame it, and hubris and pride will always result in tragedy. A fool's talk. You are a genius at work. This investigation has led one step closer to the illustrious title you seek, String Master. No. The magic must be wielded in attunement with the divine, nothing else. Listen to the voice of God. It shan't lead you astray. That's not the voice you heard, buddy. That was, if anything, a potential patron, which is, of course, way more exciting. So, 3 paths. You may consider, you do not know where each shall lead, but you may consider each. Let's see what the voice of God would do. The earth watches upon you. His spirit channels your powers each day, and that will never change. Trust in the divine. Whenever you roll a d20, another hidden d20 is rolled. If the die is the same as your die, you critically succeed. If both are natural 20s, you regain all hit points. You regain all spent spell slots, and you lose all levels of exhaustion, and you will be genuinely happy for 1d4 seconds. Tell me more about Stream Master. Focus on the mastery of the esoteric. This knowledge, as cryptic as it is, will help you on your way. For each level of spell slot you have, you gain 1 additional maximum spell slot. Oh, that's cool. Tell me more about Communing Patron. You got a friend beyond. They'll take care of you in a win-win sort of situation. If you take damage that would cause you to go to 0, mysterious force protects you. If this happens, you take no damage and lose 1 first level spell slot. If you do not have any first level spell slots, this does not happen. And yes, this is different from the godly voice thing, but mostly in aesthetics, which is most important aspect, to be fair. So this one again, just gonna go with the spell slot. I think Voice of God would be the most fun. Oh, Voice of God would be really fun though. Oh, let's do Voice of God. Well done. Sense the pillar and move on. Okay, so we need to choose which one we're gonna give up for that. Extra efficiency, restore 1 hit point for every hour that passes. You know what? Don't think I need this one. I'm getting enough health from other various means and ways. Okay, sweet. And now the man in yellow, maybe we'll get another great passive from this. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Push over the line, destroying each worthless monster in the way. That's how you get ahead of life. aggressive competence with a stoic demeanor. What? Where's this thought coming from? From you. As the adrenaline wears off, as the world comes back into perfect, regular clarity after such a deeply euphoric fight, you're standing here realizing you are on top. This is where you're supposed to be, the most competent man around. One capable of slaying a damn troll. Yes, you are. This taste of pure, near, instant, blood-misted death has got you hooked. You need more. More fights, more near-death experiences, more romance. Romance? Romance! Knights chasing down tyrannical dragons, damsels being carried to safety, empires falling and kingdoms rising, men with goodness in their hearts bearing the burden of reigniting spirits, breaking darkness, smashing evil. You have finally reached the point of actually feeling like a professional cleric. So all I need to do in order to feel like I'm good at my job is kill an extremely dangerous and probably extinct gigantic monster. The romantic ideal of heroism, knights, and kings is fascist propaganda used to elicit unrealistic aesthetics towards young men, radicalizing them towards nationalistic agendas. Oh, as a Nisgelis, I'm definitely choosing that one. And where does run with that? It's discriminatory to human men. It makes them feel bad about the world when they get stuck working in the Lamplighters Guild, thus incentivizing violence against the system. Nationalism promotes terrible, hateful ideas. We don't want to be a feudal state of old, nor do we want a repeat of the arcane era madness. We want a liberal, modern man, one who's nice and calm and loving and never hurts anybody ever. There's nothing admirable about a man incapable of force. In an ideal modern city life, we wouldn't need force. It isn't such a utopia that manly force would be especially need to be home. There's a self-destructive hatred festering within you. Some might say it is driven by the forces of various powers of the world. Some might say it is inherent in this post-war era, but it does not help anyone. A man is not inherently evil for desiring greatness, nor is he mad for throwing himself into danger. There is always a need for men to take and rule and protect. What is needed is a way for men to dream freely, to aim towards the ultimate greatness of self, aimed at helping everyone around, so they do not become thieves, or tyrants, or ruthless gatekeepers. If there is no positive outlets for these desires, then it is exactly where they will end up. A generation of men told to be calm and nice will grow up to be violent and wild. A generation of men told to be competent and good will grow up to be wise kings and lovable people. Simple as. I see the point, but I think it's more complex than that. It always is, annoyingly so. Feels like you might be leaning in the wrong direction. The goal isn't to break yourself for some illusionary audience. That's true, it's, oh yes, risk assessment, baby. The larger the creature is, the more you should be getting paid. Not in troves or loot. That shit's a nice bonus, but you gotta get this on paper before you dive in. If you're ever fighting a troll again, you'll be doing so for maximized hourly rate with every possible gruesome death calculated into that final price. Your life is on the line? That pouch is getting fat. Them's the rules. Not for sale. Can you even say that with a straight face? Clerics are in high demand, especially these days. Clerics with your kind of esoteric know-how, and valuable. I do like getting paid a livable wage. Oh yes, the towers are infamous for their tight budgets after all. Gotta make a living somehow. Taking a gamble for pay is good, sure. But to actually live to tell the tale, for that, you need more than luck. You need the luck of the fool. Yes, please. Every time you head down here on a gamble, every time you take on a job, and there will surely be even more ruthless jobs in the troll in the future, you will roll the die. The die being a 50-50 chance of death and destruction. What did the red one call it? Getting blood misted? Instantaneous smashing. That's it. That's what you're risking every time. So embrace it. Focus on being really, really lucky. You have survived long enough on gut and feelings and ultimately pointless gambles. It is time to calculate your odds properly. Tell me more. As you clearly evaluate, each time you take on a challenge, your outcomes are quite extreme. It appears you are just as likely to succeed in an unlikely and extreme manner, as much as you are commonly find yourself in a radical or rather terrible failure. That might be true. It is. Even by recognizing your personal skill level involved in any particular task, the overwhelming power of chance is evidently your clearest ally. This is bad. Instead, let us lean upon the strings for balance. A tightly strung balance, one born out of a beautifully curved yet balanced bell. A bell curve? Yes. If you before had an equal chance of each outcome, which is quite volatile, this would instead allow you to take control of the outcome, aligning each attempt around the center, the average. This would reliably increase your odds succeeding at tasks you are equipped to handle and dramatically decreasing your failure rate at those you are not. I understand what this means. Obviously, it's quite rudimentary. Of course, this would impact both you and your opponents. Your strings are universal, after all. Let's see what each of these do. Luck of the Fool. If you're going to gamble, might as well save yourself the biggest fails. Whenever you roll natural 1, you get another result and take 1d4 damage. This effect can repeat to infinity. The damage cannot take you below 1 HP. Okay. Tell me more about Dungeoneering reflexes. Whenever you roll 10 or below, add an extra proficiency to the roll. Okay. Professional Cleric, that's it, you fail it. Finally, you are competent. You cannot critically fail. Curve yet balanced spell. Naturally, you should only take on challenges you're capable of succeeding at. This will lower any risks involved. Whenever any d20 is rolled, the strings of your cause the outcome to lean towards 10. The chance of critical rolls are diminished. Ooh, what's the local flow again? I'm gonna do Dungeoneering reflexes. Actually, I should go with Professional Cleric. I've been going with Cleric, so yeah, I can do that one. Thus it goes. Guess I'm a troll killer now. But I don't even need to use the one, so I probably won't. Okay, let's see what's over here. Your stomach churns. Why is my stomach churning? Anything down here? Ooh. Apple. And a mushroom. Ooh. Berries. A snail door. It allows you to enter. Okay. Going in a second. I just want to see what's around. You could climb these vines. Okay, we'll do that in a moment. The roots are moving ever so slightly. Let's go to the snail door first. Ooh. That looks like a tunnel. Okay, let's interact with these roots first. Awakened roots. At the foot of the snail ruins, you watch a mass of writhing roots moving about, ever so slowly around a series of corpses. Skeletons, to be precise. Look at the skeleton in the center with the... That is a lovely helmet. You see it straddled upon the brow of the skeletal face. It must be late Fade era, or early Divine era. However, a corpse would never remain this intact over hundreds of years without esoteric means. Most likely, those were adventurers from a later era who simply used the ancient helmet. Just like you should. I hope you're not thinking of what I think you're thinking. It looks like the type of helm that would bring great mindfulness, as well as wisdom of the previous era. Oh, I'm thinking. Roots wriggle and writhe a bit more. Hey, Etter, can't you burn the bush down or something, with radiant fire? Hurting nature is a fool's choice. More than usual, within these green paths, I would advise you to leave it alone. Smart thinking. Thank you for the compliment, Claire. The goblin nudges you. What? I agree with her. Stop. You really want that helmet? Yeah, no can do. This looks dangerous. Maybe later. Can you grab the helmet for me? Could? Sure. Probably. Should? Probably. Will? Absolutely not. Okay. So you can try trifling. Dexterity check, +2 wisdom, -1 charisma, -1 constitution. I already have such high wisdom. I really need it. I just like to collect everything. Okay. So before we do the... we should do the vines. Let's do the vines first. You stare at the wall of the room. Thick, rubbery vines drape over ancient, spiraling concrete. It is a vertical ascent of roughly 20 feet. The Tolan do not do stairs. Whatever steps you have found in their architecture were at eras later. So now you climb. The vines are slick with fungal humidity, mucus. It's going to be slippery. It's going to be rough. Is there anything useful up there? Of course there is. There always is, right? You have a distinct feeling somewhere up there, someone is calling out. Someone lost long ago. Oh, well, we definitely gotta go there. Inspect the structural integrity. You pull on a vine, it holds, but it releases a puff of yellow spores. Ugh. The air down here is thick, heavy. Past tree craft. You weave the primal strings to bring the vines more closely together. Let's try hauling ourselves up. You grip the rubbery plant matter and heave. Slime coats your hands, but your grip is iron. You ignore the burn in your shoulders. You ignore the spores in your face. You just pull up, dominating gravity. You are at the top of the room. Cool. A headless, decaying body. This one belonged to some type of druid, it seems. Yes, I want that one. Okay, we need to go find somewhere to pray. We need to go pray right now. Engage. Continue. Climb again. Okay, I think... isn't there a prayer select? Maybe we can just talk to the plants and they'll give us the helmet then. I just want to cast this everywhere now. Oh my gosh, we can talk to the trees. Ah, so without comprehend languages, we can talk to animals, we can talk to trees. Life is looking good. It should be right up here. Oh, no, right up here. Okay, prepare spells. Okay, so we'll go speak with plants, speak with dead. Okay, we got 2 level 3s, so we can do that. We'll do prayer of healing, knock, bark scan, speak with animals, cure wounds, comprehend languages, bless, grace, protection of good and evil, and enhance ability. Done. Cool. Alright, let's go speak with those planes. So I'm guessing it's not just something we can cast, huh? I do like that the game tells you when you can cast things. It's just helpful for organizing rather than just constantly trying everything all the time. Not that there's anything wrong with that too. That's quite fun as well. At the foot of the snow rune, you watch as we already talked about this. That is a lovely helmet. Let's talk with it. Interesting. Yeah, here we go. Speak with plants. You trace the spiral in the air. Each string of primal energy focused upon this collective life before you. It writhes. The writhing becoming sound, and the sound becomes words. It speaks. You listen. Who comes to step on our rooted being? Oh shit, right. Speaking of plants. Cool. I'll let you do the talking through Mr. Drew. I am the cleric. Yeah, something like that. There's nothing left to prove. You are the cleric. The writhing mass of roots lets out a low groan. Slowly the spell appears to attune you to the primal essence of this life form. We hold. You speak. We find interest. We answer. Ask something interesting. It might help you. I defeated the troll over there. Yes, we felt. We cheered. We are grateful. We're freezing, breaking, slashing, stomping. It is gone. We cheer. What can you tell me about these rooms? Inside, the Trifler. A rare class of aberration found across the coast. They are known to run the various cults across the undersea, often trading information. Known to hold very powerful psionic power. They are very dangerous. A trifler named Horseman runs a major guild in Middle Edge, one of the few operating publicly. The beast of many eyes who lives in pipes. Beware, it is a warning. Beware. Good to be prepared. No, it's the beast of many eyes. Bad, very bad. Master, be careful. Can I have the cool helm, please? Helm. Yeah, the thing on the head of that corpse, the one that you got in your grip. Helm is not needed. He begins to carefully slip off the helmet from the corpse's broken head. You may have. Sweet, thanks. You use. What are you voting for in the election? We voice our concerns over moisture. The pouring keeps us filled, but the wetness is causing earth to drift. In time, there will be less soil for us to inhabit. This must be handled through care and substantial conciliatory consideration. You should get some type of plan election going on here. That would probably help. Yes. Okay. It is. The roots simply ride again. Oh, cool. Okay. So if there is a creature down here as we explore these rooms, maybe we'll come back to that. Instead, sorry guys, instead, we will go and travel up and speak with Dead. Maybe use level 3 spell slot to talk with the tree that's out there. So let's go to Dead. Oh, whoa. We getting a cutscene? Oh no, okay. Oh, we're getting a cutscene. Cool. The Druidcraft going. It is almost 6 o'clock in game. I want to speak with the tree or with the dead first, because we got a few different things we can use for a level 3 spell slot, I believe. Isn't this it? Yeah, 3rd level, so I can assume those. We'll do both. Since we're out here, let's go talk with the tree first. You look up at the branches of a bracken tree. It stands tall in the garden, towering over you. It is majestic. Nature is reaching tall and deep. These roots go below the city, nay, even below the river. The massive tree then erupts into song, a song about roots held deep and tails made tall, of wetlands scraping upon the earth until its shape grew narrow and sharp. Hello? The song continues, about the heavens above and caverns below. Your goblin companion appears stunned from the primal experience. From all of this you collect but one grain of actual information. One of the deep and harrowing fear. It whispers once the song subsumes. Beware the cursed man, he who walks with claw and fire. He does not know his God despite his delusions. Then the voice stops. Somehow you know this will help you a lot in the future. Guiding roots, deep, tangled. Hey, the spell is still active. I got more questions. It does not respond. Guess I got tired after all that singing. Pat the tree and leave. Cool. Ooh, we should have talked to Moonbug before we do Speak with Dead, because I think after Speak with Dead, it'll be night. We'll probably go around and talk to people, and then maybe actually rest. I feel like I would get caught in an esoteric event. Lose the night. I can't believe we still haven't met Darrell. I should do that. I wonder if she has anything new to say. Our wonderful druid companion. The elf looks you up and down as you approach. Human? Okay. to Moonbear. If I remember right, we come over here. We'll go down. Sorry, Lady Sage, if we have so many people to see and talk to, we'll give you an update one day. Is it not here? Huh. Okay, let's try going down. Well, I did take the long way. I always forget I can just go down. We haven't seen a zombie since the first day we woke up. I wonder if I missed out on something there. Okay, so here we go. Over here. And if I remember right. Let's see, so there's a secret crypt over here, then down here. Yeah, here she is. Perfect. Hey, third rat. Damn it, now we gotta go talk with Kraid. Always running around. Love it. Okay, anyways. Let's see if we can behold anything new about you. Oh, yeah, we can. We're getting everything. Chaotic evil. Oh, okay. Okay, Moongor. Ogres, hobgoblins, etins, trolls. The bugbear stands among them all. As the chargers of the Ascani wilds, you have heard their kind finding a place within civilized society. As mercenaries and guards, Moongor is a cliché. What else is there to her? She loves violence. She loves power. She craves the thrill. This is a toxic woman through and through. Perhaps you should get to know her better. Oh, perhaps we will. I defeated a roper in the South Caves. A roper? That is a ferocious beast. They do not come up far very often. Well done, human. Keep killing things and being manly. She likes it. I defeated a troll. A troll? The hairy woman gives you a wicked smile. I'd say you were lying, but I don't think you're up for that. This will surely help. He did actually kill a troll. Technically speaking, it was just silence. She interrupts him. She nods in your direction. Well done, human. I find your skills highly arousing. Thank you. I made them myself. The bugbear scoffs and clenches a morning star. Now what else do you with to speak of? I will not indulge your ego any more than this, I assure you. She will not meet your gaze. How strange. Glory be as glory found. The greatest man will not be bound to foreign lands and foreign shores. Loving heart will open doors. This is a shame. This is such a shame. I found the man in yellow, the one who charmed you. You did. The bugbear lifts her chin and looks down. Is he in the city below still? No, he is far below. Darn. I punched him in the face. You did. She clears her throat, but it sounds more like a surprised growl. You did. I did. I avenged your honor. The imposing, fluffy monster looks you up and down with a smirk. I must have misjudged you, human. Maybe you're a real man, after all. Yes! Invite her to fight thugs in housing. That should work. Meek is happy for master. Meek did not know human must need prove humanness. Very good, hairy woman. Trust master now. Come with me. We can fight thugs in housing. No, but... She gives you a nod and grin. A sparring match in the garden. After the election, of course. I'm on duty until then. A physical meeting with this handsome woman? This is a massive win. For you and your manhood. Oh, do I continue to try to flirt with her? Something more. A deep frown of it. How dare you throw my offer away, human? You feel your muscles quake. The earth itself is moved by your loins. Simply speak your mind. You know she will hear you. I battled a troll for you. Show me some appreciation. Her frown fades, replaced by a wicked smile. Then she grabs your uniform, pulling you closer. Much, much closer. Oh, gods. She opens her maw right over the little piece of space left between your neck and your chainmail. And then she bites down. Attached Hard enough to leave a solid mark, a violent union. Then she lets go, both of them in her claws. Appreciation. Hope you enjoy. Yeah, I deserve that. This is a real woman. Yes, thank you very much. Thanks. You can let me know when you have time later for our sparring match. Now, is there anything else you need? A real man, get a date with Moongor. You puny human. There's a dwarf who says you won't let him pass. The dark dwarf. Yes, he has asked for access to the south tunnels. He is not permitted. Why not? The lady does not permit it. Lady Sageleaf does not allow looters on her lands. Only official expeditions. Seems a bit discriminatory. It is not. If you go into the south tunnels, beware of monsters. They crawl from below, infesting the caverns. We clean them out every other week, but they return often. All kinds. Anything that crosses the cracks in the city below. Don't tell me. I want to be surprised. She gives you a stare, but slightly, you insane man thing. I like that. Last month we killed a hookoa. It was a great hunt. Before that, a bunch of giant spiders. A great ooze. Last year we had to get a specialist to deal with a hive of cranium rats. They negotiated for days. The worst was probably the Gricks. I hate those things. But I'm sad to say we have not yet had to deal with a bullet. I do not think those land sharks enjoy tunneling here. And there have been reports of a few of them moving closer to settlements over the years. Over in Verdun. I want to skin one of those things one day. That would be pleasurable. I can deal with that. I'm very strong. She looks you up and down. Is a pest control guild supposed to take care of this stuff? Huh? Pest control. Those pussies won't step out below the lower, especially on Toasted. A bunch of weaklings looking for easy payouts. If we can't deal with it ourselves, we hire outside muster, but not the PCG. Historically, the PCG have trouble dealing with a massive amount of requested monsters and esoteric things crawling through Norbit. You've heard many tales of the pest controllers in your days. Back in the day, retired clerics would often gravitate towards the PCG. But these days, most clerics don't want to get their hands dirty and that sort of work. Dangerous work for real men. What? Okay, so I already went through all this. There we go. Nod your head. Yeah, let's go talk to Kraid. Oh my gosh, this guy's here. Good thing we came back. Lighting up the passage like a miniature sun, you see the Golden Horde ambassador. How lucky to have run into you here again, cleric. For I have a message for you. Its light flutters. And you too, Sina. Yeah, hey, your companion says at a very comfortable distance. Bow your head. Ambassador? I shall tell you, cleric, your message from our previous meeting has been received by higher power. The Golden Horde knows well there are many thoughts within the city which are all interesting to hear. If we were to acquire such thoughts of a Norvegian cleric, I shall be sure to keep you in mind. The light dances across your uniform, and you're blinding you in this dark place. What are you doing down here? I am following up on a lead by looking at... These halls are esoteric, I'm sure you're aware. While these skulls are simply the work of your recent ancestors, these rocks contain something else entirely. They are indestructible murals, primitive in a way, eternal in their beauty. The choir wishes to have them recorded. That is what I have done. They send an ambassador to look at some cave paintings? Yes. Archaeological endeavor I gladly perform. The light grows and then shrinks. Do you have a permit to be down here? No. No. I have immunity. So, what, you can just do crimes? No. However, if you wish to bring this minor issue up with your patriarch, I will receive it in haste, I promise. You learn anything interesting down here? Nothing. I can disclose. So nothing then? The light simply flutters. I have something to take care of, so, as do I. My dealings here are complete. Thank you for this conversation, cleric. The light shall reach you again one day, I am sure. The ambassador eerily begins to float away, towards one of the many pits of the southern caverns, the radiant light leaving along with any traces of light. Good problem. Okay. Cool. Guess we'll keep furthering that storyline too. Oh. This little dot. What is the new one over here? Oh yeah, we finished the romantic one. Wherever that is at. There we go, complete it. Heck yeah. We're like floating. Oh, wrong way. Go over here. Then we'll loop around to get out to Tolstad. Hey buddy, hey my crocodile pal. A hulking beast looks at you with deep hunger. Your gut biome quivers. Great, greets human. Shown white rat. The monster stares at you as you hold it up. The white rat in an uncomfortable grip sees that. There are 5 of them. They make a lot of noise when they come around. Oh, it find 5 rats. Darn, I only have 3. Okay. Go find. So we found 3. Gotta listen for that squeaking. Yeah, we'll just go down here. Probably just teleport up to the top. I don't actually know the quickest way anymore. Oh yeah. Can we just go through this labyrinth? Through it again. Okay, perfect. Nice and fast this time. Try catching this one now. Just drew Kara. Ooh, why is there a red one over here now? Did we just miss that before? A shrine older than any man on the coast. Oh yeah, that's the... Regain 2 level 1 spell. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, we can get a lot back through that little secret one. Especially when we already have full health. Yeah. We'll try. Go over, speak with Dad. Oh, there's so many people to go talk to, so many things to do. Things are like really finally coming together. But we do have 500 pounds now. Is there someone that wanted to buy from them?
Mm-hmm.
Browser wares. Great. Okay, so buy an empty bottle for 500. You know what? I'm tempted to just do that. Let's do that. So now we can't buy the other 2 ones. That would be interesting. Yeah, let's see what that does. A genie once made this lamp its home. It's clear by the remnant magical tingle you feel when you touch it. Also the smell. Plus 3 wisdom. Do that. So we'll go down to 9. That's still really good. Advantage against elementals though, that's great. Yeah. Cool. Just to mix it up a bit. This is an esoteric effect of this place here. Stopping rainwater. Nice. Speak with Dad. Bracers of Thievery. Plus 2 dexterity. Lowers the DC of trifling checks by proficiency. Oh, okay. Trifling checks. Cool. Let's engage. Speak with Dad. Okay, we get 5 questions. Gotta make them work. Don't want to reenact the scene from the phenomenal Dungeons & Dragons Honors Among Thieves movie. Which, if you haven't seen it, highly recommend you check it out. The scene where they use Speak with the Dead is just a classic scene in my book. Love it. Check it out. With little fanfare, nor any magical sparks, you see a slight twitch on the scorched body. As long as the mouth remains somewhat intact, the spell will allow it to speak. There's something wrong about this. It is sacrilegious, but perhaps the animated spirit will give you something useful in retribution. As if they weren't turned into a coal-like substance, the lips begin to move, like sludge. A faint wheezing comes out of his throat. Horrific. Do I ask in present or past tense? It does not matter. The elf will not be aware of your perspective, and as such, will interpret any questions such as, what was your name, as, what is your name? Okay, I'm ready. Remember, cleric, 5 questions. That's all you've got, so make them count. Be polite. Ask her if she can get her some tea or something. Okay, 5 questions. Why were you in the tea shop when it exploded? A meeting, with my friend. Freelance hag added. The freelance hag updated. The lovely hag. Still gives you a look. So we gotta find a hag now? This is getting messy. 4 questions remaining. What was this meeting you had planned in the tea shop? It was a sale, a negotiation, with my free Strider contact. Oh, interesting. Who actually came to this meeting? Not the one I expected. You see Snowmouth, and it was the ruined body convulses suit and charred flesh crackling and greasy, as if it is attempting to rise, to get away. The state. Huh? One of her hands, burnt and stale, attempts to unfurl its fingers. It breaks as it does, black dust falling on the table. But as it cleared, she is attempting to point. It was you. What? Now, we could follow up on that? Who did you work for? Ilwin, myself, my heart, in reverse order. What a tragedy. Why make it so complicated? Just say it in the correct order. Duh. Ooh, yeah, where did you live? I want to go find your place. In many places. The embassy often, seldom in Darrell's mansion. Darrell. Corpse's mouth stiffens once more, the mimicking of life ends. That is 5. Knowledge beyond strings. Cast Speak with Dead on the dead elf. Alright, cool. What did we learn? It's an elf? It's true. It's an elf. But whoever showed up wanted her friend instead gives you a solid stare. She said it was you. I was not at the tea shop during the closing. Yeah? I was at the towers. My patriarch can vouch for me, even if he really doesn't like me. I believe you. My head is a mess, but yeah, no, don't worry about it, huh? We sent for you. There is some deep state conspiracy and you somehow blew up the tea shop. Why would they send you to investigate yourself? To cover my tracks? You haven't really done that from what I've seen, so don't worry, I don't suspect you of anything. My guess is it's another agent of the state responsible. What? The elf points at you, or tries to, and says, "You're the one she saw at the tea shop?" Yeah, no, she means a Claire, or Earthguard, or something like that. 100%. I was starting to doubt my own sanity there for a second. Yeah, it's not like a memory changing spells don't exist, but it's too much. Gotta follow the simplest answer, and that's not you being a secret bad guy. So now, we look into Merodach's claims. If there's a way for us to get on the pillar, that's what we gotta do. Some interesting stuff to think about. Goblin nods and gives you a thumbs up. Nice job, Claire. Give me a thumbs up too. Sweet. So another task complete. Gosh, we have so many things. Okay. Let's talk with this guy. Whoa. We're gonna try this. 20, we could do this. Easy. Natural 20, hell yeah. You stand there, mulling over all you know of the strange palpitation. When your attention is drawn to the air around you, it's damp and dry and cold, piercing through your chainmail, leaving you with an uncomfortable feeling. A feeling that appears locked within this place, this tower. You close your eyes, focusing intensely on that feeling all around you. It's not natural. It's very much esoteric. A negative energy flow permeates this place to its core. All of it focused around a single point, the pale man. By the gods, he's covered in negative energy. Even worse, it emanates from him. This is no human. What you are looking at here is with the thin disguise of a creature most foul, most powerful. No mere spellcaster, no mere arcanist, no mere wizard. Riskin is a lich. Non-living, everlasting bastion of esoteric power learned from this creature. Abomination. What do I do with this information? You have a choice. Either try to deal with this directly, or contact relevant authorities. This needs to be reported to Coin Lord Darrell. He is the highest city official in Tolstead, if only he was available. You should investigate this further. But what if... I don't mean to interrupt, Claire. But you've been standing there in silence for almost 5 minutes now. Anything else I can help you with? I need help entering the gate of Yor. I'm sure you do. You're not surprised? Takes a deep, eerily long breath. Little surprises me these days. He coughs once. Why not? You know how to get in? I do. There is no major secret. However, the method is quite difficult. To enter the Pillar of Yor through the crack left in the gate, you'll need astral projection. The 9th level spell? Indeed. You need a spell scroll. That is the only reasonable manner to solve this. Then how about a spell scroll? He nods, precisely clear. A spell scroll of astral projection, an extremely powerful item, no doubt. However, it would not be so strange for one to be found in the halls beneath us. Of course, despite your natural acumen for stream manipulation, you do not possess the ability to cast 9th level scrolls reliably. If you acquire one, bring the scroll to me. I will cast it for you. You can cast 9th level spells? I can reliably cast 9th level spell scrolls, yes. Admittedly, that is no small feat, but it is not to be conflated with the powers to freely wield 9th level magic. Doing so is unheard of since the post-war. I'll find a spell scroll of astral projection then. I'm afraid I cannot assist you in locating such an artifact. As such, I wish you good luck. Okay. Cool. Okay, so we cast Speak with Dead, talk to Viskin. We still have that Snell area to explore, or the Snell door. Oh yeah, we got a few new quests here. We have the Gates of Yor. Of course, we can pick a lot of these, which is great. Ooh, it's after 8, so... Is it after 8? No, it's after 6. Oh, so that is open. Sweet. Okay, yeah, let's go talk to them. Whoa, everyone's down here. Wait, is Vera down here? That'd be perfect. I don't see her though. Oh, sure, okay. Who's this? Oh yeah, Miss Nearly. She works hard, but only in ways that improve her craft, her passion. She does not care for politics or the world at large, yet she tries to uphold a sense of understanding in order to further her art. Give her the arcane music box. Huh? Her eyes sparkle as she glides her hands across the surface of the esoteric wood finish. What is this? Where did you find it? In the city below. It was in some weird, mystical corner. So it's dungeon, huh? But you're giving it to me? Figured you're the only bard nearby, so not a bard, but alright. She brings it before her and starts to press buttons and twirl knobs. Damn, this is amazing. Oh my gods, it can even record samples. This is like a diskette studio, but small enough to carry. I know exactly what to play with this. She glances up to you. Thanks. Give me that esoteric noise, Goblin. She is so deeply invested in her box that she appears barely aware that you're even standing there. Let her play. She takes a deep breath, preparing for the world. Okay, here we go. Well, let's start to play the song. Is this it? Let's give her some money. Go talk to down here. Who are you? Oh, it's Sini and the boys. The boys. Rolo, can we get D20 on you? Nope. An angel. Really? She wasn't weird. She had eyes, like glowing eyes, but actual eyes. And she wasn't floating? She wasn't floating, not always. So she could float. She talked to you? Yeah. Why? That's a good question, Sten. Like, actually, why would you ever even think about talking with a Celestial? Keep listening. Lanky boy snaps his finger a bit and a spark beams. Let me start from the beginning, okay? Rolo crosses his arms. Go ahead. I was at the palace, around those fancy mansions apartments. Before you ask, my great-aunt lives there. Right, so she was the old lady who was at the newspaper, Astrid Timberholm. Oh yeah, I read about that. She lived with mimics for a whole year, didn't she? Yeah, whatever. I'm telling a story. He gets ready to speak. After visiting my auntie Astrid, I walked across Micah Park. And I was like, snapping my fingers. And I heard her ask me for a light. I turned around and saw her sitting by the pond. This celestial girl, white dress, glowing eyes, really good looking. Tully holds up his palms. Whatever floats your boat, man. She asks if I'm a wizard. I say, no, obviously, but she holds out one of those reed-seeing tobacco sticks. So I light it with, he says, and snaps his finger, sending up a little flame into the air. We talked for a bit, just small talk. Was she nice to you? No. Yes? I don't know. What kind of question is that, Steen? Jesus. We talk. She smokes her stick. When she's done, she asks me to burn the stump. I do. Like in a cool way, too. I really nail it. Then what? She walks away? Yeah, but... She also says, hey, thanks. I'll see you around. The other three boys look at him in silence. Nissy looks at each of them. What? That's good, right? That's practically like asking for a date. Look, she was a transcendental energy girl, made out of pure light. Rolo pats him on the back. You were a shipyard boy. Just wasn't meant to be. Oh, hello, cleric, sir. Rolo jolts, realizing you've been standing there for quite some time. Hey, make sure they're not drinking. Drinking is not allowed. What's this about a Celestial? Lanky kid shakes his head profusely. No, nothing. I was just joking around. Don't worry, kid. Cross-folk attraction is very valid in our progressive city of Norbit. You don't have to be ashamed of your interests. That lanky kid looks distraught. I'm not. Looks human, okay? I'm not weird. Your goblin companion hides his face inside his palms. Except the glow and the floating. Yes, but 90% is just, hot girl. Wow, that's more than half. Angels are not so different from us. Have you ever seen one? They're like intangible horrors, Rolo says, and she said. He sighs. No, okay, I'm sorry, Nissy. I didn't mean to be like that. I'm just saying you shouldn't obsess over some girl, angel or not, that you don't even know. Ah, you mean like you used to do over Modissa? Rolo's eyes show wide open daggers aimed at Sten's unflinching. Naive. So, excuse me, what? Nissy says with a big smile, giving Rollo a double take. Oh yeah, Rollo used to write letters to Modessa back in school. I remember that. Debate letters. She infuriates me. I am the ideological combat with her. Nothing else. He looks over to you and adjusts his overalls. I just want to keep the record straight, Claire. They're just trying to mess with me. I'm not... It's not a thing. This kid, unbelievable. Hell yeah, kid. I'm also scared of him. That's not what I... Winky kid lets out a wheezing laugh. Huh? What was that supposed to be? Was that supposed to be a secret? Nah, don't worry about it, Stan. Rollo turns back to you. Can we talk about literally anything else, please? Ha! You clearly started it, kid. Stale tells him, also laughing. You boys aren't drinking, are you? Oh god, it's not this again. We're in a tavern. We have crowns. Stem Buskin starts looking around like a lost child. Then he leans over to Tully and Lovely asks, we're allowed to drink, right? Tully nods and gives him an okay sign. The cutoff age is 16, isn't it? Rollo points to his friends. Rollo points to his friend. It is! Nice lower the cutoff. Perfect. Well, what are you gonna do? Throw us out? The boys laugh. Yorf did make sure anyone 16 or older would be allowed to be served alcohol. Nah. Alright, cool. He looks at his buddies. They all shrug. Cool. It's you. Let's go talk to you. You approach the dwarfs as they argue through heavily slurred words. He hits his cup while gesticulating wildly. The white wine spills out all over the table. The spell takes hold and you suddenly understand the dwarves perfectly. A complete tragedy. That you address me in this foreign tongue, Simi? Don't you understand? He slams his fist on the table. Yorth invites us as equals. But now, we have less influence than ever. The great steam pit being the only place we can even call our own. Alphas. And I'm being torn between these darn kids with their radical delusions and the damn city officials with the free strider coins in their pockets. Do I not have the right to be upset? To be tremendously upset? To be the most upset of them all? Alphas! He points to you. Alphas turns around. Oh, he laughs. Well, what are you gonna do, Mr. Cityman? Cast mass torsion on us? No. Simi's face grows completely pale, along with the other male dwarfs around the table. Well, the female dwarf at the far end of the table calmly sips her wine cup. She is ignoring the whole event. Alphas is very, very drunk. The dwarf can take a lot, but clearly he's drinking far too much. This is why sober lifestyle is preferable, even among non-clerics. He puffs up his chest and gets up from his seat. Of course not, Alphonse. I would never do such a thing. He raises his eyebrows and looks at you diffusely. Didn't you help us, Mr. Cityman? Weren't you a friend? Yes, Alphonse, I am a friend. Somebody gets up from his chair as fast as it falls to the ground. I think it's time for us to go now, Alphonse. Bah! Why can't a foreman let loose a little? It's not late. Simi steps in and grabs his boss. Sorry, cleric. I'll get him back to the apartment. Headquarters. What? Is it time already? Alphonse seems relaxed once his brother steadies him by the arm. As they stumble away, you hear him mutter, Asgal would be proud of you, Simi. A good worker, that's what you are. Good handling of that, cleric. The rest of the dwarfs keep drinking, not really reacting much to their foreman's outburst. Cleric Norvik! The dwarf's glowing, smothering eyes glare as he bows before you. Lovely to see you. Me and Romulus here are taking a little break before we head back to Jogby. Hello, Askel. Axel. He laughs, clearly somewhat inebriated. Oh, and I hope that pickaxe has been treating you. Well. The pickaxe? Alright, that thing. Yeah, again, it doesn't work quite right, but if you play with it, I'm sure you'll be able to get something useful out of it. So you're an adventurer. Ah, that'd be a decent term for it. Those some veterans would give me crap if I tried to label myself that way. I've only been around a few laps. Like where? Mostly city below. It's less interesting than it was in my father's home. Back during the real dungeoneering. Back when they'd go venturing all the way to Toasted, to the Forge of the Furies. But yeah, there's still a few crevices to crack open right here in the city. I'm sure you've noticed yourself down there. Even in the top level area like Toasted's below, there's quite a few secrets to uncover and monsters to run into. Though, I did join a venture into the Burned Coast once, just to the outskirts of course, to some Coldbin-held rune. Can't talk more about it. I signed a hefty NDA. The Burned Coast is filled with all kinds of ancient runes. You could uncover many esoteric wonders there. Where are you from? My home is the settlement of Stenstrup. You haven't heard of it. Tell me more. Not much to tell. Stenstrup is a small, peaceful... I get back there once every year or so to visit family. There's something... They sometimes want me to stay and join the mining corps. Maybe when I'm older. How did you end up here? In Norvik? He scratches his beard. It was a business trip originally. I joined one of my uncles on a delve. So when are you leaving? He laughs. Depends on who wins the election. But really, I'm a bit of a lost soul. At least until I find those lost mines. And I'll be set for life. Try to pet Romulus. The rust monster snaps at your fingers, and Axo gently pushes your hand away. I suggest staying at a distance. You're essentially draped in his favorite meal, cleric. Cool. Talk to the bartender. Ooh, no, I don't want to steal anything. That would have been bad.
Hey.
Not a thief. Cleric! Lovely to see you again. Anything I can help you with? I'm searching for a hag. Her smile widens. A trigger. She knows something. Most folks steer clear of such creatures. But you just wade into danger, don't you, cleric? You know of any hags on Toasted? I know all kinds of beasts, but no hag, I'm afraid. She smiles just a bit too much. The awkwardness, you feel your bones shivering. Just stare at her. She fidgets and looks around. It takes approximately 3.5 seconds for her to confess. Okay, fine. I might know something. But, I also might not, you know? What the fuck does that mean? Please, she could be in danger. The fiendish woman furrows her brow. Then she gives you a quiet laugh. She can take care of herself, mostly. Toss tank voices in the German. Earth be blessed, cleric. Let's try this. Oh, whoa, that's bad. Wait, why? Simple. Got no clue what the hell she would hide this information for you, but good luck. Got something to say to her. She's waiting for you to try. What was it, cleric? She asked, clearly waiting for you to say something, anything. I've always wanted to be a hag. I just want to meet one, please. Ah, well, I'm sure there's a potion that can help you with that. So, maybe you should cool off, Claire. That's cool. I got some other questions anyways. Let's use Shard. I need to question her. She's a suspect. Understandable. If there's a rogue hag running around, I'd be suspicious too. Okay, here we go. Yep. We're talking about emotional bond here. A deep bond. Sounds exciting. It's really not. She's protecting a friend, but she's also kind of tired of it. She won't sacrifice too much for this. Just go ahead and convince her that you'll help. You'll clean up all this mess. Hey, friend lady. Call me Rix. Rix, I'm here to help. Your friend is in big trouble. That's not good. She's also thinking for me. How do I find her, Rix? She looks down behind the counter, biting her lower lip. She's contemplating the situation. This is a big decision. I promised her, but damn it. I'm delivering food to her, alright? Head down the well in the back. If you speak the words slow as the snow, before jumping in, it'll cast Featherfall on you. Thank you, Rix. No, I can say thank you after you fix this damn mess. She's not the type to hold up like that. So don't tell her to let her in your secret cave. She winks. Okay. Yeah, that seemed like home. That's all for now. Oh, yeah, that's right. We got that natural 20. That was beautiful. The Sphinx takes a sip from her barrel wine. Little one? She says and looks right at you. I need help entering the Pillar of Yore. Now that was not a request I expected today. Might I ask, why? It's got to do with the tea shop. I see. How mysterious. The Sphinx ponders your request while sipping on her wine. This is no small request, cleric. I'm afraid I can't simply share such things with just anyone, despite your confident stride. Perhaps if you prove yourself worthy first. We will see. You need to solve a big riddle, of course. Do that first, then ask again. Okay. Do you give out riddles? Certainly. Are you ready? Yes, please. I love riddles. She finishes the last bit of her barrel and puts it down with a slam. Sphinx leans in, hissing. Once I had the sun's favor. My creed cling close to the wall. But shrouded in shadows, I've witnessed empires rise and fall. Once left in silence, now the life of the ball. She raises her paw to the open chamber. Yet I remain a drought of remembrance, a history's thrall. What am I? Easy. A lovely poem about life's journey, how time changes all, even the simplest grade. A warlord who cannot learn from his mistakes, probably a drunkard. Your companion smirks and gives a little chuckle. What do you think, Sneal? The Sphinx turns to Sneal with a frown. You know, this seems like a personal riddle for you, not me, so I'm just gonna watch, alright? +3 on intelligence. Can I think about this for it? No. Answer. Now or never. What happens if I get it wrong? Same as those who wonder us all. You will lose everything, eventually. There's no threat here. What do I get if I get it right? Satisfaction. How many guesses do I get? Hopefully, none. But you are allotted one answer. Okay. Gotta roll well here. We got no bonuses that we can cast, I think. Ooh, we can ask Bless. But we have that. Do you want no? 24. Or would proficiency be better? 1d4 or sure +3. Let's do that. Yeah. So +6. Let's try it. Oh yes. Hell yes. Your mind settles on the singular possibility for the simple riddle, matured in shadow. With no doubt in your mind, the answer is, obviously it's wine. Obviously. Once in the sun, matured in shadows. Been around a long time, life of the ball, a drought. It's clearly, obviously, even wine. Good, now tell the Sphinx. The answer is wine. Wine? She gives you an intense stare. Time for a fight. She is strong, but you will defeat her handily with the power of a hero. Fool, there is no fighting a Geno Sphinx in her lair. If she wants you gone, then you will find yourself 1,000 feet below the surface of Lake Kuja. Olzis picks up a brand new barrel of wine. She pops the cork open. Wine. Yes, that is correct, little one. Wonderful job. Another riddle? Song. Huzzah! Huzzah indeed. Since you're so amazing, would you be interested in a quest? Absolutely, 100%. She gives you a serious expression. Accepting a divine quest from a Sphinx is no trifling matter, mortal. In fact, few would survive such an ordeal. This is a chance to prove yourself to an ancient creature of myth and legend. You also look incredibly manly doing it. A quest? Indeed. Behind me stands a vault. It opens only to those who are worthy. She leans her massive head downwards, close enough for you to smell the wine breath. To prove worthy, you must solve my most ancient of riddles. So old, it was handed to me when I first stepped inside this chamber. Millennia past. I'm pretty great at questing. I'm sure you are, little one. Your companion whispers to you. You're going on an epic Sphinx for us now? Sure, why not? Not like we're on a job or anything. It's important, Neil. Maybe to you. Not really. It's very important to the job, too. Convince me. It could grant me esoteric knowledge, or like the tea shop. Fair enough. Look, I won't stand in the way. Just don't waste too much time on it, okay? The Sphinx stares at your companion. A hero must face much adversity during his quest. She laughs quietly to herself and takes a swig of wine. So what exactly is this Sphinx quest? This is a riddle, the answer of which is not uttered in words, but revealed by actions. She goes quiet and closes her eyes. Found within the arcane flare, twin tons of flame that scorch the air. She takes a breath, revealing a wicked grin. Burrow deep within the earth, a primal strain to show your worth. Then she leans in, almost whispering those final words. Folk and gods and thronging herds, a man divine alone howls his words. This is insanely vague and cryptic. I love riddles, but I have to think on this one. The answer is not something you can speak. She uses a massive claw to grab something from a pile of stuff. A tavern key, and toss it to you. Once you understand the riddle, return here. You can only solve it during daytime, alone. You won't want anyone else accidentally figuring out this riddle, would you? She glances at her goblin companion. Goblin groans. I am not interrupting the job for that. Do it in the morning or something before you pick me up. The Sphinx chuckles. I never sleep, so you can show up anytime after sunrise, before the tavern opens. The great quest. Time to prove yourself a worthy hero. Okay, I need help entering the playground. Now that is not a request expert. Might I ask why? It's got to do with the tea shop. I see. How mysterious. This is no small request. Tell you what. Complete the riddle first. The difficult one. Perhaps I'll consider it. Oh, okay. So we gotta do it. Oh, well. Thank you. Okay. And then, wow, we're making some great progress. We approach Old Well. It's dry. It's very deep. You can survive the fall. Do it. Slow as a snail. Tingling sensation grows over your body. Jump. Right. So even with slow fall on, this is still dangerous. So be careful, alright? I know. We'll jump. You take a step to the edge. This is way too dungeon. Mika's a little homesick. This is nice. You sure about this? Of course, Neil. I can feel the magic of the well. Right. Magic well, esoteric fall. Just jump. Damn it! The goblin joins you in your leap. Then, you drop into darkness. For several seconds you feel nothing but soaring air through your uniform and helm. As the extreme tingling sensation fills your senses, the sense of falling. Then another sensation fills your gut, an esoteric sense. As your fall is gently and carefully slowed down until it becomes nothing but a faint descent. We made it down. Oh, this is above. Yeah, this is above the area we were before. Cool. Okay, shard of yore, it looks like. It's an awfully ominous hallway. Yes, it is. Alright, once we reach the Hague's room, I'm probably going to log off there. Just have some things I need to do, and we're almost at 2 hours, I believe, for this video. So an hour and 50 minutes. Northern Caverns. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, do you have anything to tell me? Okay, that's fine. Green touch, thank you. Oh, okay. Little rat. This is our 4th one now. Yellow rat. Shard. Ooh, there's a body here. Dead fighter, clearly drowned. Bits are sticking up. Potion of supreme healing. Okay, yeah, so just check this. no, hold off. Engage. You kneel down to examine the skeletal remains. Goblin. Very old. Peer integration. Ooh, we can cast Speak of Dead on this? That's what else. Okay, so we'll have to do that. Cool. Alright. Seems like a good stopping place, so I'm going to stop here. We will continue this journey in the next video. In the next video, we'll definitely get all the way through the end of day 3. Day 3 is taking much longer than I thought it was going to be. Probably have to use some dream patches to get my level 3 spells up. That's totally fine. We're finding actually a decent number of those. And then, yeah, we'll continue forward. Thanks again for joining me. We'll continue next time in solving this mystery. A lot has been revealed in, I feel like, the last few videos here. We finally talked to Frank, son of Frank, who turns out to be, you know, Moondance, this writer. For the Free Striders, we got fast travel with the pillar, we found our way down into the well, we bonded more with Alphas, we solved the first of 2 riddles, at least the Sphinx, so now we got the Epic Sphinx quest. Exciting times ahead. I'm really looking forward to see where this game goes. Thank you again for joining me. Have an amazing rest of your day or amazing night, whatever time it is when you view this. Take care.